Hey everybody, it's Kailey and Peggy here today, ready to talk with you a little bit about beating the winter blues. It's January. We made it through 2021. We're the start of a new year, which is a great reason to celebrate. And yet it feels really hard already. And why is that? Part of that might be that the days are shorter. January and February, while we're getting a little bit more daylight, there's still darkness in Michigan before dinner's even over. And that changes in daylight can bring lowered serotonin to our brain, which affects our mood and our affect. And that daylight just makes such a big difference in our day.
Yeah, for sure. And it's cold. January in Michigan can be like in the single digits and it is cold. It sometimes doesn't even make me want to walk to my car, more or less like go outside for a walk. The winter blues are definitely here. And then to top it off, we actually just learned that there's something called Blue Monday. The third Monday in January is called Blue Monday, and it's considered the saddest day of the year, which is just sad in and of itself. So it just adds to those winter blues. So today we're going to talk about what you can do to get you through this.
And there's a few things that you can do. We'll start talking first with sleep. Sleep is so important, and getting the right amount of sleep, which is about 7 to 8 hours for most adults, is crucial. And I think that part of that is going to bed at the same time every night, finding a schedule for yourself. It's easy, I think, in the winter time and when you're feeling sad to sleep longer periods of time, more than those recommended 8 hours, which does have an effect on your mood and, your energy levels throughout the day. So trying to go to bed at the same time each night, waking up at a consistent time in the morning, trying not to surf Facebook or watch TikTok videos in bed until 2 o'clock in the morning, and turning off your screens completely even. Maybe setting a time, like I'm going to lay down at 10 o'clock, and at 10 o'clock, that's when my phone goes on the charger in another room. I'm going to turn off my devices, stop watching TV. It might be a way to help you do that.
And we're going to be a little transparent here today. So as we walked through these ideas, we talked about ourselves and laughed a little. So this first one, I actually learned a little bit at the end of last year about sleep research and what it does for helping your brain heal overnight and why you need that sleep to make your brain, give your brain that rest, help it to heal overnight. And literally, I have practiced this over the last few months, and it really, really does make a difference. So getting those 7 or 8 hours of sleep versus what sometimes I was getting like 6 hours or less is a huge thing. However, I still fight those late night surfing and that, those screens. So I got some work to do. So our next point is exercise. So this is actually something that I do really feel, at least for myself, has been a great tool to improve my mood, keep my anxiety down. I know it always can sound like it's work, which is, nobody wants to do it. But if you do move your body, it will make you feel better. So whether that's if you have equipment at home, move the laundry off of it and see if maybe you can use that equipment, because sometimes and it ends up as some storage tools. But other than that, use your equipment, or there's some great free YouTube videos out there. And there's a lot of apps, and some of them are free that you can use on your phone to just find some easy workouts or some yoga or some moving your body type of workouts. Any kind of body movement is great, and doing it for even 5-10 minutes can just improve your mood because it creates chemical change in your body. So even if it's just putting on a song and dancing to it for 5 minutes, you'll find that can help to improve your mood.
And as Peggy said, we are not here as pros. We're going to be totally transparent with you. So I say that leading into our next point, which is eating well. I'm not a nutritional expert, but it is important to fuel your body with the things that it needs. I do think when you say like eating healthy, healthy eating, there can be a little bit of a stigma along with that. I say healthy eating here, not as in dieting or anything like that. It's purely just feeding your body with the foods that give it more energy to make it through your day, giving it those vitamins and nutrients that it needs. I know that healthy eating sometimes does get confused with dieting. I hear that, or think about eating a salad instead of eating some comfort food. And sometimes that just doesn't sound fun. So I also think that part of it is about balance. So finding times throughout your day or throughout your week to tie in eating greens and things that have the nutrients that your body needs. Maybe not taking away the ice cream completely, because if anyone is like me, they also find a little bit of happiness in eating that ice cream at the end of the day sometimes. But it's important to have your fruits, your veggies, and things as well. So that's all about balance.
Right, I agree. And I'm in that boat too. Don't take away all my things that I love, because that would just make me feel more sad.
Yeah.
But I'll try to add a salad or two or some extra set of vegetables into a meal, and just keep those goals, low. Try one thing at a time. And if you can get one thing, then move on to the next. And our other idea is talk to friends or reach out to people. So we are inside a lot. We're still in a pandemic. Going out, being masked up. There's still like some social limits to activities for some people. And it add in the, winter blues. You're stuck inside. You're not necessarily outside walking around your neighborhood. So reach out to a friend. It is okay. We all have days where we are not feeling good, or we are depressed, or just it's a sad day, or I'm unhappy, whatever it is. That's like a normal thing. And I think it's really important that we recognize it and then do some of this stuff to get out of it. And some of that might be simply calling a friend that you haven't talked to in a while, or calling a friend and asking them, maybe you need a laugh, or maybe you just need to reminisce about some fun times or hold on to memories. Or if you're grieving the loss of a loved one, find someone to talk to about the fun times with the loved one, or whatever it is that you need. It is okay to ask for it. We have to be our own self-advocates. We have to be our best self-advocates. If there's anything that I feel like I'm learning, is I have to advocate for myself, which means I have to realize what I need. So taking that pause and figure out what I need. And maybe that is calling up a friend and just talking to someone and laughing for a little bit, or reminiscing, or just saying, I'm feeling kind of crappy today. Would you mind talking to me for a while? Because that's like a step towards changing the place that we're in and changing our mood. So feel free to reach out and talk to a friend or a relative that you haven't seen in a while, or maybe someone you have, but that they can help you with whatever you're going through right now.
I definitely feel better when I take that time to find connections with other people. So I definitely agree with you there. I also think that while we all have bad days, there are times where maybe you need to talk to somebody that's a professional. There is a seasonal affective disorder. So it's one thing to feel kind of sad and have, the weather and the light outside affect your mood. But if you're feeling ever depressed or are worried about, your mental state, as Peggy said, it's always great to advocate for yourself and do what you need. So take that opportunity to ask for help from a professional, or, your doctor if you need that. And then our last thing here is finding a fun activity. So what is fun for you? That's going to be a little different for everybody. Maybe that's watching a new movie, or using your creativity with like art supplies, or making music, or doing different things. And Maybe that's just sitting down, cuddling up with a pet or with a glass of hot chocolate and reading a book. This is going to look a little different for everybody, but find something fun to do today. Find something fun to plan for a few days from now. Whatever that is for you, find that joy in the day, in the week, and use that to help boost your mood.
And the same applies there. So if you're kind of down, don't feel like don't let fun be too big to tackle. Maybe fun can just be one small thing and choose one thing at a time. But doing things you enjoy will definitely help. I agree. We've played a lot of games in our house recently, so over this pandemic, and that has been a whole new level of fun. So games are out there, books are out there, movies. Seek out what you enjoy. Maybe it's something new. Maybe it's something you already read years ago, and just revisiting that is fun. Yeah. So take care of yourself and know that you are important in this world, and you are valued, and you are precious. And so take some of these ideas, give them a try. Winter won't last forever, although boy, in Michigan, sometimes it feels like it does. So we wish you the very best, sending hugs and love your way, and take care of yourself.